broadcasted live from New York City. It's the hottest channel on these YouTube streets. The best jail stories and hood stories are here. Make sure you subscribe today. LAZ. Hey yo, it's over 40 state prisons operating in New York State. Maxes, mediums, minimums. Hundreds of thousands of people have passed through these facilities, and they all got stories. Some of them got movies. Some of them like me. So if you out there and you've been in some of these facilities and you got some movies, get at me. This is the best of St. LAZ prison stories. So boom, Camp Gabriel, like I said. Listen, if you look on my videos, you see most of the jails I'm speaking about. You see the location of the jail in the joint, right? Ain't no location. I don't know if this jail is even still open, but when you put Camp Gabriel in on maps, it doesn't pop up. If you put it in on on certain other stuff, if you put it in on Google Maps, it pop up with Department of Corrections, Camp Gabriel. It doesn't say correctional facility, but on YouTube maps, it doesn't even show up at all. That's because this jail is off the map type status. Before I talk about how I went to other dorms and other buildings, when I was still in building 18, right? I remember an incident that happened, right? And all the dudes that was in there. I didn't really know how serious some of the dudes that I was associating with was, you feel me? Like, I'm young and naive, and a lot of these dudes is killers, you feel what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So, I remember one time, we was in the yard, and at this time, my nigga he done gathered, like, you know what I mean, a team of soldiers. Like, he got a little team of soldiers, niggas that's hanging around him that they ready to get busy at a command. You understand what I'm saying? So it was this other kid that I knew that was from Brooklyn too. And me and son got mad cool. We was in the dorm together. Know what I mean? Me and son was polying. He was a big brolic motherfucker. You understand? And that was my dude. But he knew me like that, but he ain't know the nigga you and the niggas that fuck with son. He didn't know them niggas like that. So one time, I don't know what had happened, but he had said something slick to you. And you was in the yard with about 4 other niggas. And these 4 other niggas was just straight shooters. You understand what I'm saying? So you is not no big dude. Like, you is brolic, but he not. Yeah, you is not no big dude. Like, he brolic, but he not no tall dude. You feel what I'm saying? The dude that I'm talking about, he was a big, tall, brolic, crazy brolic arms type of nigga. You understand what I'm saying? So he said something slick to the nigga you, and he didn't know. He don't know you like that. And he don't know what's really going on in this jail and what type of shit niggas is into in this jail. So boom, the nigga says some shit. So the nigga you turns around. He say some shit to you, and the nigga you turn around. He like, yo, who you talking to, my nigga? So the nigga was like, what? You heard what I said? So the nigga you was like, what? And that nigga walks up to son and these 4 goon niggas is with son. Son just backs out the orange box cutter. Click, 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 click. And when he backed out the shit, clicked it, all 4 of the niggas that he was with backed out they shit, clicking them. Click, 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 click. So all you heard was 4 different box cutters clicking at the same time. Click, 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 click. And them niggas all surrounded the nigga, and the nigga you was like, yo, son, you fucking know me, nigga? You know me, nigga? Who you talking to, nigga? So the nigga, I'ma keep it real with you. Son wasn't no soft nigga, but he wasn't prepared for that situation. Like I said, he don't know the type of artillery niggas was running around in the jail with. You feel what I'm saying? So when 5 niggas backed out orange box cutters on this nigga like they was on the corner of a Brooklyn street. Click, 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 click. Son just was stuck for a second. And he didn't really know what to say. And I'm like, damn, they about to cut this nigga. And you know, this nigga know my family from the streets and all type of shit. And at first I wasn't gonna say shit because I felt like it was too late to say something. But then I was like, nah, I can't let this shit go down. So I was like, niggas was about to tear son up. So I was like, yo, you. I said, son, don't do that, son. I said, don't do that, son. Son know my family. I know son from the streets. I mean, I gotta see son in the streets. Don't do that. So the nigga you was like, this nigga don't fucking know me, nigga. So the nigga you was like, this nigga don't fucking know me, nigga. Know what I mean? Better watch your fucking mouth when you talking to a nigga like me, nigga. Real talk. You better watch your fucking mouth when you talking to a nigga like me, nigga, cause you could die in this fucking jail. I got in between niggas. I was like, yo, chill, son. Just chill. So the nigga you was like, yo, word of mother, son, you gotta stop fucking saving these niggas, man. You gotta fucking stop saving these niggas. Cause I had a habit of saving niggas from getting cut up and stabbed up, my nigga. Like, I used to be feeling sorry for niggas. Because niggas, like I said, used to be coming into jail thinking that it was sweet. And then they would bump into the wrong type of niggas. So the nigga you was tight. He like, yo, son, word of mother, son, you gotta stop fucking saving these niggas, son. You gotta stop fucking saving these niggas, son. Some of these niggas need to get cut the fuck up. You feel me? So I'm like, yo, son, like I said, man, I know son from the town. Like, I mean, just chill. He like, yeah, all right. Next time it ain't gonna be no chill. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, I ain't even understand the severity of the type of niggas that I was fucking with. You heard? Cause niggas was on go time, heavy. You heard? But the jail, Camp Gabriel, it moved different from other jails, my nigga. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Them outside clearance, like, first of all, if you wasn't on the outside clearance crew and you wasn't on the crew, your ass had to be in the gym or the yard all day, and it'd be fucking freezing, so everybody gotta be in the gym, and that shit was boring as a motherfucker, my nigga, in that gym. This jail, this shit was different from other jails, nigga. It wasn't no MTV, BT, none of that good shit. Not in this jail, my nigga. It wasn't nothing. We had like 4 motherfucking channels, nigga, on TV. The dopest shit that came on was The Simpsons. Niggas was so stressed out, niggas look forward to The Simpsons coming on. You understand what I'm saying? Because everything else was garbage, my nigga. Them niggas had like 4 channels in the whole jail, and it was garbage channels. This shit was 5 minutes from Canada. Like, it just was it was a fucked up jail. You understand what I'm saying? So niggas be mad reckless and antsy. But like I said, eventually they moved me to another dorm. You heard? And I was still fucking with the nigga you and all them niggas, but they was in another dorm now, and now they moved me to a dorm where I'm across the street from them niggas. Like, yo, this jail was so crazy, my nigga. Bears used to come into jail at night. Like, real talk. Like, bears, we would look out the window and bears would be in the garbage. Like, shit was wild. Big ass grizzly type of bears. Like, nigga, you don't want those. Niggas ain't want no problems with them shits. Like, this jail, like, son, this shit had wildlife. Like I said, this shit is like cut out of a forest, my nigga. Like a piece of chunk cut out of a forest, and they just made a jail. My nigga, I seen mosquitoes, son, like we in motherfucking the Brazilian rainforest. I seen insects and creatures that I never saw in my life. Like one time, I swear I seen a caterpillar in this jail, my nigga, that shit looked like a caterpillar that be in a cartoon. You know how they draw a caterpillar, big, giant, green caterpillar, lime green, neon green shit? That's the type of shit that I was seeing walking around the jail. I'm like, nigga, I ain't even think caterpillars like that was real, my nigga. Them shits don't look like that in the city. In Camp Gabriel, them shits was looking like out of a cartoon, my nigga. You understand? Like the creature game and that shit, that's how you know the shit was in the middle of a forest. The creature game, the insect game and that shit was different. You heard? And like I said, forget about the winters, my nigga. It was so cold. They had a weight shack, my nigga. That shit, yo, they had pig iron. Anybody know what pig iron is? They had pig iron. They ain't have hollow weights in Camp Gabriel. Them niggas had like Olympic weights. They had pig iron. Pig iron, my nigga, that shit is different. You heard? And them shits used to be ice cold, the dumbbells, everything. Nigga, I used to be out. That's when I first started working out. I used to be out in that fucking cold, so cold. Niggas used to be like, even niggas like you used to be like, son, you fucking crazy, my nigga. Niggas, we had a movie. They used to have movies in the cafeteria on the weekends. Sometimes I ain't go. If it was a trash movie, I ain't go. I just be, even when it was a good movie, I wanted to get brolic, so I used to just be working out. Even that nigga used to be like, yo, son, you're a fucking maniac, my nigga, in that cold. You can't be, nigga used to be like, you can't be lifting steel in that cold like that, my nigga. You gonna fuck your joints up and your bones up. But I was a young nigga, so I ain't care. You feel what I'm saying? I'm in there, I'm out there trying to motherfucking get some muscles and shit, pause. But it's like, yo, you know what I mean? Camp Gabriel was a crazy fucking jail, my nigga. You understand what I'm saying? And it was a lot of things going down. But like I said, eventually they moved me to another dorm. You know what I mean? And when I got to this dorm, this shit was like around the time when O.J. Simpson was on trial. You heard? This is when I was in this dorm, matter of fact. It was around the time when O.J. Simpson was on trial. And I was in horticulture in the jail. And I promise you, we was in horticulture and niggas ain't do nothing in horticulture but smoke dank. And motherfucking niggas would get the civilian niggas would just gamble with this nigga with poker all day. The nigga who ran horticulture, all these niggas would do it. Play poker with this nigga all motherfucking day. And we would sleep and smoke motherfucking weed. It was the sweetest program in the motherfucking world, my nigga. The sweetest program in the world, nigga. We used to just be walking off into the fucking woods and all type of shit, my nigga. Like, horticulture was sweet. But I remember when a nigga OJ beat that trial, we was standing around the TV in horticulture when they read the verdict. Niggas, I mean, this is when I was in, I think it's called Building 30 or Building 40. Whichever one was right across the street from Building 18, you heard? Nigga, OJ beat that trial, my nigga. Yo, niggas was like, oh shit, that nigga beat that shit. Everybody was happy. I'ma keep it real. You understand what I'm saying? You know the real reason why niggas was happy, because niggas was just tired of the racism in the police force, you feel me? So I remember, this my word, nigga. Know what I mean? When OJ beat that trial, my nigga, we went back to the dorm, like after programs was over. Police straight came in the dorm like this. Fucking niggers, get in your fucking cube, on the count. You fucking coons, get on the count, you fucking niggas. Like, they was letting it all hang out, my nigga. They was so mad that OJ beat that fucking case, my nigga. They was calling us niggas and coons, my nigga. And we was laughing like, they mad. Y'all niggas is mad. Real talk, my nigga. But they was straight calling us niggas and coons. And I mean, niggas who was there could tell you. My bro Steve-O was there. My bro Steve-O from Uptown was there. My nigga Papa Stopper was there from the Bronx. You heard? It was a bunch of dudes there that could verify. Police came through the door just straight calling niggas. Yo, get y'all nigga asses in the motherfucking cube on the count. We ain't care. We was like, you mad. Y'all niggas mad. And make no mistake about it, Camp Gabriel, many of those police that worked in Camp Gabriel had that tattoo of the black baby with a noose around his neck. You heard? Many of them. And I ended up getting into a problem with a police who had the black baby, a dead black baby with a noose around his neck. Mad police up north got that shit. It's some Ku Klux Klan shit. It's like a Klan tat. So they used to be rolling up their sleeves to show they tat. So like, we come in the mess hall, it used to be this one police, he stand there with his sleeve rolled up so that we could see the dead black baby tattoo on his arm. You feel me? And that nigga used to have me tight. And eventually me and this nigga got into a problem. But that's coming in the later stories, you heard? But yeah, man, that's the type of jail Camp Gabriel was. And like I said, it's a story attached to every dorm. But when OJ beat that trial, my nigga, them police let that racism hang all the way out, my nigga. And we ain't give a fuck. We was like, fuck y'all niggas, you heard? Real fucking talk. I used to be doing some stupid shit in Camp Gabriel, right? When I was in this particular dorm. It was the type of dorm where it was a layout of just like, you know, like similar to Rikers Island, like just a bunch of beds. You heard? So it's not like no privacy, like a room or none of that like the other buildings. So I used to do stupid shit like, I've been sleepwalking all my life. Like when I was a kid, I used to get up. My moms used to catch me going out the door. Like I'd be in my drawers, put my sneakers on, and I'd be unlocking the door, going out the crib. Like my moms used to have to like really watch me carefully because I used to sleepwalk my ass off. And now my 12-year-old daughter does that shit. She sleepwalks just like me. You feel what I'm saying? So, boom. So I used to be doing this dumb shit up north, nigga. This shit dangerous. I'd be sleepwalking up north. I'd be waking up, walking into people's cubes, talking crazy shit, half sleep. Niggas like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? So one night, I'm sleepwalking. I gets up out my motherfucking bed and I goes over to some other nigga's bed that I don't know at all, don't know this nigga at all. I walks up to this nigga bed, nigga, I'm asleep. I goes up to the nigga bed and just grabs his blanket and rips his whole blanket off of him. He grabbing his blanket like, yo, you asleep? This my blanket, you asleep? So I just snap out of the shit and wake up. I'm standing over this nigga bed, ripping the blanket off of his bed. I got his blanket in my hand. This nigga in his drawers under the blanket. I'm like, oh shit. Yo, my fault, my nigga. He like, yo, it's alright, it's cool, man. He said, you sleepwalking. I said, damn, I'm bugging out, my nigga. I'm walking up to random niggas, pulling their cover off their bed in the middle of the night. I'm doing crazy shit. You heard? So yeah, man. But yeah, I was in the dorm with some good dudes, like I said. My son Steve-O, that's a whole nother episode. Me and my nigga Steve-O. Steve-O was on the Zulu Nation shit. You feel what I'm saying? Me and the nigga Steve-O. Steve-O was the nigga who had the craziest tape collection in the jail. Like, now I mean, he was the library for any nigga who wanted something to listen to. They had to come to that nigga like, yo, son, he had like 1,000 tapes. So the whole dorm used to come to that nigga to borrow tapes. Now I mean, but I had crazy tapes too, but it was nothing like Son collection. His shit was on a whole nother level. You heard? But I was in there with some good dudes, man. My nigga Papa Stopper from the Bronx. Pop was a deep motherfucker. We was in Franklin together. We was in H2 in Franklin together. And we landed up in the same jail. I think he was there before me. Now the nigga Pop was a deep nigga because check this shit out. This nigga had a gun charge. He had a drug charge or some other shit too, but he had a gun involved in his case. And at this time, they deaded anybody that had anything to do with any type of guns for any type of temporary release, work release, furlough, KSAT, whatever popping. If you had a gun involved in your shit, it was considered a violent crime and they deaded that shit, right? So this nigga Pop, he trying to get work release. This nigga the type of nigga, he ain't into, like, you know how niggas be all comfortable with they bid, like, fuck it, I'm bidding. Son was never like that. That nigga was like, nigga, I need to get out of here. I need to go home, nigga. It's too much money in the streets. I'm out there missing it. I need to go home. You feel me? My nigga Papa Stopper's a real nigga. He always been getting money from young. He been through some crazy shit too. Like, he might be on the show one day. But it's like, yo, son, and son was fucking with the nigga the nigga that the Woo was always shouting out. He was going up to see that nigga for his whole bid, you heard? So the nigga Pop, this nigga like, nigga, I'm gonna get that work release. So everybody like, son, you not gonna get work release. You got a gun charge, you got a violent history and all of that. You not gonna get work release. That nigga like this, man, listen, I need that work release. I'm getting that shit. So niggas is like, yo, this nigga bugged out, he wasting his time. Yo, this nigga kid, let me tell you, this dude taught me a lesson in determination and mind power. This nigga wrote the time allowance committee so many times explaining why he should still be eligible for work release. He wrote them niggas so many times. That nigga had his family, his girl, everybody contacting the nigga, the director of the time, the time temporary release committee. He had his family and all type of shit getting at the temporary release nigga. to a point where this nigga started knowing him personally. The nigga who ran a temporary release program, he started knowing the nigga personally because he wrote him so many times. He read so many of this nigga letters. He started saying to himself, nah, I mean, this dude may not be so bad after all. My nigga, months go by. Niggas is like, yo, this nigga still trying to convince these niggas to change the law for him. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, niggas like, son, they changed the law for the state, my nigga. They're not gonna give you work release. You're bugging out. That nigga like, watch, nigga. Watch I get that shit. And that nigga wrote that nigga till my nigga, till that nigga became a personal friend. You heard? That nigga got work release and walked out that motherfucking door, nigga. You heard? And when I saw that, I said, this motherfucker here. I said, this nigga here just is the most stubborn nigga in the world. This nigga will never give up, my nigga. And he never gave up. And that nigga got that work release and went home to the streets, nigga. I was like, this nigga is serious, you heard? So that taught me a lesson. I said, yo, you can't never count yourself out, my nigga. If you're truly determined to do something, you can do it. And ain't nothing gonna stop you. No matter what the laws is, no matter what the rules is, it don't matter, nigga. The mind controls everything. And that's a fact. There was a few police in Camp Gabriel that wasn't all old and almost retired. You heard? All of them mostly worked during the day. And of course, I found my way to get on their shit list. A lot of police in the jail didn't like me because I was young and I was running around with thugs. You feel what I'm saying? And I was looking like I wasn't worried and scared. They wanted to see me worried and scared and shit. So a lot of police ain't like me, and there's a lot of police I ain't like at all. Like I said, it was a couple of police with the baby noose tattoo and all of that. You feel me? But one police in particular, he worked the mess hall like when you go into the mess hall, he be at the door coming in. And he always got his sleeve rolled up in the summertime, showing off that tattoo. Me and that dude ain't like each other at all. Know what I mean? And he used to be saying little slick shit, and I used to be saying little slick shit. So he started getting petty and doing stuff like finding ways to write me up. Because I was getting tickets. You heard? I was getting tickets. And then it was this other police that worked in the package room that was a super cunt nugget, a super douchebag. A giant douche, literally. Like, if you look up the words giant douche in the dictionary, super douchebag, cunt rag, cunt nugget, his picture gonna come up. Heard? He was a spoiled ass white boy who I got the word on him because we get the word on anybody. We knew Son's info because sound travels at 1,120 feet per second. So a lot of the other police ain't even like Son. He worked in a package room. He drove like a little red Corvette. Niggas is like, yo, his parents is rich. He don't even gotta have this job. He just works here because he's bored. You feel what I'm saying? Yo, this dude was a fucking douchebag. You understand? And let me explain something to you, bro. Let me explain something to you about Camp Gabriel. Camp Gabriel was so far off the map and so dangerous in the wintertime for people to take a bus to. Motherfuckers was dying. Buses done went off the road and people lost their lives trying to get to Clinton and jails in those hubs. Buses have went over those mountains, those icy mountains. Buses have went over those icy mountains and people done lost their family members messing with them visits. So in Camp Gabriel is even worse. So Camp Gabriel is the type of jail, bro, I promise you. It was about 5 people in the jail that was getting visits. Camp Gabriel was the type of place that your family forgot about you, my nigga. I'ma keep it 100. I was in Camp Gabriel for like a year and a half, my nigga. I ain't hear shit from my moms. I ain't see my daughter. I ain't see nobody. My moms may have came to see me one time while I was in there. You feel what I'm saying? It is the type of jail you be off the map, my nigga. People will forget about you. It's just something about the aura of that jail. Your family will abandon you in that motherfucker. You hear me? So niggas be fucked up in there, and that's why it be so much extortion and robbery and violence and all of that, because it's like survival of the fittest in that motherfucker. And this douchebag cunt nugget who worked the package room, he used to be such a douchebag. He had the strictest rules on the planet Earth for a package. So half of your people send a package up there, half of the shit, he like, yo, you can't have this, you gotta send this back. Now to send it back is gonna cost you money out your pocket. Plus your people's gonna have to go pick that shit up at the post office. Gonna be spoiled by the time they a bunch of bullshit. So you be like, fuck, you gotta be like, fuck it, throw it away. And then that nigga probably just take that shit home and keep it. You hear me? Real talk, cause nobody was shipping a package from Camp Gabriel to New York. Now I mean that shit cost $20, $30. Niggas ain't got that in a can. You feel what I'm saying? So niggas hated this nigga. I wish I could remember his name. He was a blonde haired nigga, short blonde hair with glasses. You understand what I'm saying? I hope he watching this shit, cause you was a real fucking cunt ball. Real talk. But that nigga's a douchebag. So boom, like I said, niggas was fucked up in the game. My mom used to be trying to send me packages and shit, but she wasn't speaking to me and communicating. I wasn't writing nobody, my nigga. I ain't write my moms for like 2 years straight, from Franklin through my whole time in Camp Gabriel. I wasn't writing nobody. I was telling niggas, yo, don't come see me. Nothing, nigga. I was signing letters, broke ass Marv. But we gonna get to that. You understand what I'm saying? But the bottom line is, niggas in Camp Gabriel was fucked up, and it was every man for themselves. We're trying to survive and eat in that motherfucker. Know what I mean? So, like I said, man, I got on the police radar. Niggas was fucking with me. I was feeding into shit. Niggas like you used to be like, yo, son, you keep getting tickets, they gonna get you the fuck out this jail, my nigga. He used to be like, yo, chill the fuck out, my nigga. And when they packed me up out the dorm and moved me, son was tight. He was like, come on, man, you catching fucking unnecessary tickets and all of that. Know what I mean? Breaking up the team in the dorm and all of that. Know what I mean? I was tight too. So I kept getting tickets. Niggas finally sent me to the notorious building 37, my nigga. Real talk. This was a building that nobody wanted to go to, bro. The whole building 37 was the type of building that when you was fucking up in the jail, if you was this close to getting kicked out the jail, they gave you a last chance and they put you in building 37, my nigga. That shit was Ticketron with police writing niggas up crazy. It was nothing but thugs and gangsters in that shit. You feel what I'm saying? And I promise you, older niggas, it was adolescent out and all of that. It was mad young niggas in there and all of that. And I promise you, I done seen several niggas get tickets and they be like, yo, you can go to building 37 or we can move you out to jail. Niggas was like, yo, move me out to jail. I refuse to go live in there. That shit was the animal house, my nigga. You hear me? The animal house, my nigga. The whole jail, the whole dorm double bunk, 100 motherfuckers in one dorm. You heard? 50 beds, double bunk, 100 niggas in one dorm, bro. Now I mean, that shit was the zoo. Niggas stealing, robbing, all type of shit was going on in that motherfucking house. You understand what I'm saying? Niggas ain't want to go there. Niggas rather go back to Clinton. They have to go live in that dorm, my nigga. That shit was the reject dorm. You heard? It was the dorm for fuck-ups and niggas that they really wanted to kick out the jail, and they was 3 inches from kicking their ass out the jail. So so a lot of niggas refused and just went back to a medium or went back to Clinton or whatever and got out the jail when they had to go to building 37. So that's where they packed my ass up. They said, yo, you going to building 37. And the whole dorm is outside clearance, nigga. Outside crews working, chopping wood, nigga, in the Adirondacks, nigga, in Lake Placid. You heard? In Lake Placid in the Adirondack Mountains, nigga. You out there chopping wood at 6 in the morning. You heard? In the freezing motherfucking cold, nigga, every morning, except for the weekends, you heard? And the only time crews is canceled is if it is below 10 below zero. So if it's nine below zero, y'all going out, nigga. 8 below zero, y'all going out. It gotta be 11 below zero and better for crews to be canceled. Frostbite weather. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. We was out there crying. But anyway, we'll get to that. But like I said, they packed my ass up and they sent me to building 37, nigga. The worst building in the motherfucking jail that nobody wanted to go to. And little did I know, this would be the best fucking dorm in the jail and the best time I ever had, my nigga, because I connected with some of the realest, best niggas in the world. My nigga Point from Flatbush, know what I mean? My shit like 19 at this time. Point probably like 30 something. My nigga T from Coney Island. This was the team. Like, yo, certain niggas I can't remember, and that shit got me fucked up. But it's certain niggas I can't remember right now, but I hope it come back to me. But me and my nigga Point and my son T from Coney Island, the nigga Dusthead from Far Rockaway, this other kid from Far Rockaway, I think son name was Ja, I can't remember. Dark skinned nigga from Far Rockaway, I think son name was Ja though. Now me, yo son, oh man, then there's a couple of niggas whose names I ain't gonna mention because I went on to see these niggas in the streets and niggas was acting like they ain't know who I was like that or didn't remember me when I was feeding and saving them in the jail. So I learned lessons from that too. But like, yo, on some G shit, my nigga, that building 37 shit, that shit was different. Niggas was coming in there like, I'm good, get me out of here, I'm not going in there. Straight up, my nigga. That shit was crazy. But like I said, so boom, I meet the nigga Point. They put me on a crew. They assigned me to an outside crew. I'm tight. I'm like, yo, I gotta go on an outside crew. You feel me? That's how I ended up meeting that nigga Point, the T, and nigga Dusty. Not Dusthead, Dusty. You feel what I'm saying? A nigga Dusty from Far Rockaway. I thought Jay-Z has fallen off before, and then he came back and had some next level crazy shit.
His fall off still be one of the best 10 albums of the year come out. So I don't ever really see him fall off. Like I'm saying, is there gonna be Hard Not Life Volume 2 again? Is there gonna be a legitimate blueprint again?
Yeah, I don't think so. But you know,
I know Quincy
like,
Jones, as far as he might have that 150-year-old album.
Yeah, as far as albums is concerned, my nigga, like,
so that's kind of irrelevant now, ain't it?
Listen, yeah, I cannot tell you the last time I listened to an album because hip hop done went so far left now. It's like I don't see too many niggas that I could sit down and say, I want to hear what this nigga got to say for 14 songs in a row. It's hard, my nigga. Yeah, I mean, because like, you know, I'm a smart motherfucker. So if you can't educate me with your bars or you can't teach me something or you can't, because make no mistake about it, my nigga. Rap is about game. It's about who could spit the best game. You understand what I'm saying? What makes a rapper nice is his level of game that he spits. You understand what I'm saying? If a nigga can't teach you no game, he's not a dope rapper. You listen to, you be like, if I listen to a nigga like Richie Rich, Pac Man from Oakland, if I listen to Richie Rich is saying shit that's making me say, I gotta step my motherfucking game up out here. If I listen to E40, I feel the same way. Pop, Nas, Jay, them niggas is giving niggas game. But some of these niggas, you really ain't got nothing to talk about because you either too young and too inexperienced. You ain't never really did nothing or been nowhere compared to with nigga like me. So it's hard for me to sit down and say, I'm gonna listen to what this nigga got to say for 13, 14 songs. That's difficult, my nigga. Prodigy, I could listen to hear what he got to say. Nas, Jay, I could listen to these niggas because I know they know more than me. You feel what I'm saying? But some of these other rappers, like, I could listen to your single, but I can't lock into your album, my nigga, because you can't educate me. I can educate you. Even though you may have $1 million. You're a lucky motherfucker. You still stupid to me. So basically, you heard. So when I was in building 37, I had gotten to beef with this police. Like I told you, I was catching tickets. You heard? So, I wasn't supposed to be coming out my cube, but I would do shit like go to the bathroom. My niggas would be in there. We'll meet up, and we had a big ass bathroom, showers, mad stalls, sinks, and had a door you could close, so you really couldn't hear in there. So we used to be up in the bathroom bugging. Know what I mean? Play fighting. Know what I mean? Just bugging the fuck out. I used to be in there trying to work out, doing pull-ups and push-ups and shit like that, and I wasn't supposed to be out my cube at all. So the police used to be running down like, yo, don't let me catch you out your cube, hanging out in that bathroom and shit. You feel what I'm saying? So I used to be like, yo, this nigga right here on my balls, you heard? Hated this dude. So one day I was in the bathroom for like an hour, you heard? And he wrote me up. He like, yo, I'm writing you up. Now I mean, you violating, like you supposed to be in your cube. You've been in there for an hour playing around. So he wrote me up a ticket, right? So I was tight. I'm like, yo, and I was just about to be finished my 30 days locked down or whatever. So I'm like, damn, this nigga hating on me. Like, I'm about to finish my 30 days. He writing me a new ticket. I'm in the Bronx, this Pelham Parkway projects big as hell. I don't know if this is the biggest projects in the Bronx though. Leave a comment if you know what the biggest projects in the Bronx is, you heard? I'm like, yo, this dude hating, like, you feel me? He see me about to get off my 30 days. He want to write me up a ticket for another 30 days. Like, so I was so tight, bro. Like, my pen game is nuts. Like, I'm going to keep it real with you. Like, they say the pen is mightier than the sword. It's real. Like, my pen game is bananas. Like, I writes. So I sat my ass down and I wrote the crazy letter, the crazy appeal letter on the ticket. You heard? The crazy appeal letter. And and even though I was guilty, the way I wrote that up, it was so crazy that they overturned the ticket. Very rare occurrence in the state of New York, but some captains and sergeants and stuff like that, they keep it official. If you got grounds on appeal and your joint makes sense, they'll overturn the ticket. So they overturned my ticket. So boom, he comes in the next day. I'm off a QB Cube. You heard? I'm off a QB Cube. So he sees me. He like Johnston, what you doing out? What you doing in the day room? You supposed to you on QB. I mean, you on restriction. So I'm like, no, I'm not on restriction. He was like, I just gave you, you just got a ticket. I said, go check the log. Because they tell you in the log who's on restriction, who's not. So he went and checked the log. He see my joint got overturned. He tight. You heard? He gets his hands on the appeal and reads the appeal and see that I just threw a bunch of game in there to beat the ticket. So now he tight. Now it's on between me and him. You heard? So now another ticket gets served to me. I'm like, what? Where did this ticket come from? Like I said before, a ticket is an infraction. It's when a CO writes you up for doing something you're not supposed to do. And they'll give you 30 days loss of rec, 30 days loss of packages, commissary, whatever. You heard? So this nigga writes me a ticket up, fabricating a whole story of something that I did that I didn't do. You heard? And they find me guilty. You heard? They find me guilty. So now I'm tight. I'm like, I fronted like I wasn't guilty before. Karma. Shit was karma though, because I fronted like I wasn't guilty before and I beat the ticket. Now this nigga got me found guilty for something that I completely didn't do. You heard? So now I'm tight, my nigga. So now I'm doing all, me and this nigga just going back and forth. I'm dropping grievances on this nigga. Every once in a while I would speak to a family member when they sent me like a Christmas card or something with their number and say, please call me. So people like my aunt Cindy, I was telling her what was going down. She was like, I'm gonna call up to the jail. They can't be doing stuff like that to you. So I had my aunt call up to the jail a couple of times and shit to complain about this dude. So yo, it was wild, bro. Now me and this dude was going back and forth. He was writing me up tickets for any little thing. Like he see me do any little thing that was against the rules, he write me up. And I'm like, yo, niggas is like, yo, son, they trying to get you out the jail. Now, I mean, you got to stop beefing with this police. Me and this nigga was going to war, bro. I still remember his face and all of that. He looked just like, what's that nigga name that played in American Psycho? Forgot son name, man. Leave a comment if you know who I'm talking about. Son that played Batman and American Psycho. I don't know how I can't remember his name right now, but he looked exactly like that nigga. You heard? Me and this nigga was beefing, dropping slips. He was fucking writing me up for tickets, and I was writing grievances up on that nigga so much, bro. Shit was ugly. You heard? But the war was on for a minute. Then niggas in Camp Gabriel, like I said, my nigga, these niggas is crazy. Niggas started thinking they was in a town, you heard? These niggas started thinking they was in a town. Basically, commissary, right? Commissary was right under building 17, which was another outside clearance crew building, right? So commissary was on the first floor, and then the rest of their floors was, you know, inmate population. We ain't have out in our building, it was just all inmates from the first floor up. But in building 17, it was commissary on the first floor, like a commissary store on the first floor, and then the rest all inmates. So boom. What these niggas did, like I said, my nigga, this is an outside clearance crew. It's an outside clearance jail. So niggas was constantly breaking into houses, stores that was closed for the wintertime. Niggas was breaking into them shits, my niggas stealing boxes of box cutters, boxes of double-edged razors. You heard? Double-edged razors, small box cutters, fat box cutters. Niggas was stealing all of that and coming into jail selling them shits. You heard? So nobody had a makeshift prison shank or razor in Camp Gabriel. Niggas would just buy a box cutter from off an outside clearance crew. You understand what I'm saying? So everybody was armed up. Niggas was armed up next level. You heard? So boom. So these niggas from the outside clearance crew in building 17, these niggas steal a saw. You heard? These niggas steal a saw and smuggle a saw back to building 17, my nigga. Niggas go in the room. Is a room that was right over commissary, like a 2-man room or whatever that was right over commissary. My nigga, niggas sawed through the floor in the room and through the ceiling of commissary and burglarized the commissary in jail. You heard? Niggas took like 200 cartons of cigarettes and like $1,000 in stamps. They ain't try to take the food and all of that shit because they knew it was too much. These niggas took all the fucking cigarettes, cartons of cigarettes that they had in commissary and a row of stamps like this. That's a federal offense, my nigga. You dealing with the postal service. Niggas stole a row of stamps like this. You heard? Thousands and thousands of stamps. Know what I mean? So boom. Niggas already, like, when it went down, niggas was already talking around the jail like, yo, son, niggas fucking broke in the commissary and took mad shit, my nigga. They about to go down. Real talk, niggas about to go down. So the whole jail buzzing. It's on the weekend that niggas did it. So for 2 days until commissary opened back up on Monday, the jail don't even know what time it is. Or most of the jail don't even know what time it is, you heard? So niggas is running around the jail with hundreds of cartons of cigarettes trying to sell them shits to niggas and stash, but niggas don't want no parts of that. Niggas like, I'm Gucci, bro. I'm good. Get that shit away from me. So I'm in a dorm. One of the niggas that was in my dorm has something to do with that shit. The nigga comes in my dorm. He like, yo, son, I give you 5 cartons of cigarettes if you stash 10 cartons for me. No, thank you, my brother. I'm Gucci Wallet. You heard? I'm Gucci Wallet, nigga. I'd rather smoke top than smoke them hot-ass motherfucking cigarettes from out of commissary, nigga. I'm good. Niggas had so much cartons of cigarettes, my nigga. Niggas couldn't even find a place to stash them. They couldn't even find enough niggas to help stash them shits. You heard? So they in the yard trying to stash shit in the yard. Know what I mean? They in the gym trying to stash shit. It ain't working, bro. It's too much shit. You heard? So niggas is like, yo, these niggas is gonna go down. My nigga was like 4 of them. You heard? And niggas from other dorms had shit to do with it, but it was building 17 niggas that actually sawed through the floor and through the floor and the ceiling of commissary. You heard? So bro, real talk, these niggas is hot boxers. Niggas is staying away from these niggas. Like, yo, I'm good with these niggas. They hot boxers. They think they in the street. Niggas doing burglaries. They bugging out. You heard? So, like I said, the nigga who was trying to get me to stash to hold 5, to give me 5 to hold 10, he in his cube with like 20 joints, 20 cartons in his cube. You heard? With like $300 in stamps. You heard? These niggas is bugging. So niggas is staying far away from these niggas, bro, because niggas know what time it was, you heard? Monday night rolled around. Monday came through, they found out niggas broke in the commissary. Niggas seen that hole in the ceiling and all of that. They went right to the room where the shit was. They tried to cover up the shit with some shit or something on the floor. I forgot what they did. Know what I mean? Niggas went right to them niggas' rooms like this. What the fuck is this? Everybody went down, you heard? This was the first time a nigga in my spot who had the joints, this was the first time in my life I ever saw detectives from the streets come in a jail and arrest a nigga. You understand? These niggas got arrested for burglary in jail, caught a new burglary charge, caught a new felony in jail, my nigga. You heard? I'm sitting in my cube minding my business. We in the back. All of us, the whole broke ass mob. We ain't had nothing to do with that shit. We knew better. You heard? We sitting in the back. I just see two niggas come through in the dorm with suits and shoes on and shit like that. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is that? Niggas come through. Niggas like this, flashing the badge. Yo, you under arrest for burglary in the first degree, blah, 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 blah. Niggas just reading down niggas just reading this nigga his rights in the dorm, my nigga. Threw the nigga in cuffs, took that nigga out the dorm, took that nigga to the local police station, my nigga. Charged that nigga with burglary. Word, so like 4 of them niggas got charged with burglary. Like, nigga in my dorm and like 3 of his mans, maybe 4 of his mans, I'm not sure. But niggas definitely caught burglary charges and caught new felonies in camps when they was about to go home. You heard? In a year or so, couple of years, niggas was bugging out, bro. Like I said, Camp Gabriel was different. I see dudes leaving comments, yo, I was in Camp Gabriel in 2003, 2004, and none of that shit was going down. Exactly, my nigga. It wasn't going down in 2003 and 2004. It wasn't going down then. But in 1995 and 1996, nigga, it was no holds barred in that motherfucker, you heard? They probably eventually got the drift and started getting the shit together. But back then, nah, nigga, that shit was new. That shit was new kids on the block, you heard? Dudes was out of control. But yeah, man, Building 37. It was the worst building, but it was the most fun, you heard? It was the most fun. Shit was crazy. We had this one dude in our dorm. This nigga used to snore. Son, word to mother, nigga used to sleep next to me. This nigga used to snore so loud, my nigga. Nigga was keeping up the whole dorm. We in an outside clearance work dorm where we gotta be up at 6, 5 in the morning type status. This nigga motherfucking snoring like a motherfucking grizzly bear all night. Got the whole dorm tight, my nigga. Niggas is like, yo, niggas is ready to beat this nigga up and run him out the dorm. I'm like, nah, we can't do that to that nigga, man. Nigga got a snoring problem. And literally, son was scheduled already to go to son was already scheduled to go to Albany and have a surgery for this shit soon. You heard he was gonna have surgery in his nasal passage or whatever to stop son from snoring so crazy. Cause this nigga was keeping up the whole dorm, my nigga. Niggas was stressed, like, yo, son, I'ma bash this nigga in the face with a bar of soap and a sock, my nigga. Niggas like, yo, nah, chill, son. He was a fat Spanish nigga, you heard? Shit looking brazy out here. Y'all looking brazy out here in the Bronx. Helen Parkway shit is big. Niggas projects is big. Real talk. But yeah, you heard? This nigga was snoring like a wild mongoose, you heard? Niggas was like, yo, this nigga gotta get out this motherfucking dorm for a fact. Word, dudes was on edge, ready to pound son out, you heard? And son, and during the day, son was a mad cool dude, like everybody liked him. But when them lights turn out and he go to sleep, nigga, Dungeons and Dragons in that motherfucker, you heard? Niggas was like, yo, this nigga gotta go. During the day, he's like, nah, Poppy cool though, man, he a cool dude, man, I like son. Nigga go to sleep, start snoring. Nigga used to be like, niggas used to be like, nah, this nigga gotta go, son. Word to mother, son, I'ma smash this nigga out, my nigga. I gotta get up early in the morning, son. Real talk, my nigga. This nigga was the worst, you heard? When they packed that nigga up, they finally packed that nigga up and sent that nigga to Albany. Niggas was celebrating like, yeah, nigga, they got that fat nigga out of here, you heard? Word up, my nigga. This nigga was sounding like a motherfucking, this nigga was sounding like Puff the Magic Dragon every night, like, niggas like, yo,
yo, word to mother, son, this nigga cool, but he gonna have to get up out of here, son. Word to mother, niggas was dropping slips on that nigga like, yo, can y'all please get this dude out of here before the whole dorm jumps him, stabs him up, and beats him up? Because nobody can get no sleep with this nigga. Real talk, like, shit was crazy, bro. But yeah, Camp Gabriel was out of control, my nigga. And I did some dumb shit and ended up getting kicked out the fucking jail, man, know what I mean? And to this day, I regret that, real talk. Know what I mean? I kind of regret that to this day. Know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell y'all how it all went down, because it was some real stupid shit I did. You heard? I let my temper get the best of me, you heard? Y'all stay tuned so I can break it all down to the very last compound, you heard? I'm gonna tell you something else about Camp Gabriel that we was way before our time. Like, me and my bro Steve-O, like, we was so heavily into this hip-hop culture that we started some shit called the Hip Hop Coalition. You heard? And the whole Hip Hop Coalition was about protecting the art form from money-hungry motherfuckers that just want to rape and pillage it for bread. You heard? Like, bro, the way we saw shit was going 25 years ago, damn near, the way we saw shit was going, we was sitting in that jail writing manifestos. My nigga JDL from Cold Crush, he was in the jail with us. You heard? That was my bro. I used to be juicing that nigga for old school rap stories all day. He used to be tired of me. I'd be like, JDL, come on, my nigga, tell me about Jekyll and Hyde and them niggas back in 82. He used to be like, yo, come on, man. Come on, bro. I used to be dragging that nigga to the yard. Yo, come on, nigga, we going to the yard. Know what I mean? And you know, Son was famous back in the 80s. Forget about it. Son was famous, JDL from Cold Crush. So he used to be like, nah, man. Nah, I mean, I don't want to go to the yard and shit because everybody want to come around me asking rap. I used to be like, come on, my nigga. Let's go to the yard. I'm going to keep these fan niggas and all of that off you. Know what I mean? Because everybody want to come around, son, asking Son questions about the old school. Know what I mean? And I used to be like, nah, man. Leave my nigga alone. You heard? We out here chilling. My nigga JDL from the Cold Crush Brothers. Real facts. I used to be on that nigga back like a cheap suit all day to hear old school legendary hip hop stories. And me and my nigga Steve-O, we was just on some next level shit with hip hop in that jail. Like I said, we was in that jail writing manifestos, nigga, about how to protect the culture from culture vultures and shit like that. Way back in 1995 and 6, we was thinking about shit like that. And now today you can see the game is filled with a bunch of culture vultures, a bunch of fucking websites and blogs and vlogs that all they do is profit off of Black Death. You heard? In Black Misfortune. You heard? And that shit is disgusting. But me and my dude Steve-O from Uptown, you heard? We was in there starting the Hip Hop Coalition, my nigga. If I wouldn't have got sent out that jail, we'd have got it done. We was starting a Hip Hop Coalition where we was writing out rules and shit that, know what I mean, niggas had to follow in order to rep this hip hop shit. You understand what I'm saying? This is when Biggie and Pac was going to war. You heard? And we saw how shit was getting deteriorated and how niggas was just in it to profit off of violence and money and beef between rappers. We saw all of that. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what's going on to this day, nigga. Niggas is just making money off of rappers killing each other and reporting on it. That's why you don't hear me talking about none of that shit on my channel. This rapper got killed, that rapper got killed, because all of that shit is getting money off of Black Death and Misfortune. And I'm not fucking with that. You heard? So shout out to my nigga Steve-O, bro. We was way before our time and we saw it coming. You heard? Pause. Y'all stay tuned, bro, because this shit is deeper than just jail stories. Know what I mean? This shit is, know what I mean, a history of New York City, hip hop, prison, know what I mean, politics, political science, social studies, and all of that, bro. Know what I mean? We different with this shit, and that's a fact.
Hey yo, check my Rikers Island Legend series, you heard? Exclusive stories, exclusive historic moments from Rikers Island. Never heard before stories, you won't get them nowhere else but right here. Some dudes, I can't put them on camera, so it's gonna be only audio, you heard? And some dudes' names I ain't even gonna be able to mention, cause that's how legendary they are. You heard? But the type of stories you gonna get here, you ain't gonna get from nowhere else, and that's facts.
First time I was on the island, and I wasn't supposed to be on the island. I was still 15. They was still 15 and under in Spofford. And for me, hearing older dudes like my brother, a lot of other older dudes from all over talking about the island, so I wanted to see what that shit was like. But I'm a little skinny nigga. I'm like fucking 95 pounds, soaking wet. But I wanted to see what it was like, so I lied and told them I was 16. But they found out like 3 days later and shit. They snatched me up and took me back to Spofford. But yeah, that shit was real. You know what I mean? It was for me. It was exciting. It's like I was at Great Adventure or Coney Island. You know what I'm saying? And then as I got older, I was like, what the fuck was wrong with me? But that shit was some fun shit. But I wasn't supposed to be on the island the first time I went. You know what I mean? So now when I actually went, when I was of age, it was different because I already